The romantasy book genre is a massive problem for science fiction and fantasy. You can't go to a bookstore without just being just filled with shelves that like are cluttered with this absolute garbage. There's no science fiction and fantasy on the shelves. You might be able to find a copy of Lord of the Rings, but like nothing else is getting out there. And it's being pushed because these middle-aged women are using this to kind of get their rocks off here, and it's pretty gross, and it's messing with things. Now, Mary Morgan runs the Pop Culture Crisis program with her co-host Brett, and they're great people. They are people that I absolutely love. I've been on their show before a couple years back, and based Catholic commentator right here actually took this on, which is interesting because you don't usually see large YouTube channels taking on big things like this because it seems like a niche sort of thing, but it is a billion-dollar industry, this romantasy stuff. So it is out there, and there's too many women getting influenced by it. So we need to make a change in the publishing industry, my friends, and that is exactly what we're doing here. So please hit the like and subscribe button for your real fantasy news and science fiction news as well. Big day today, guys. This is my Justified Saga of the Nano Templar, and I'm so excited. We sold 100 copies of this yesterday. This is fun. Crusading in space. If you like Star Wars or Warhammer 40K or just science fiction in general, this is action-packed. You're going to love it. It's on sale right now, and just for the next couple days, so don't miss this on the sale. I got up to number 2 in Christian science fiction already. This is huge. And so with your help, guys, we can push this, please, a couple things. One, pick it up for 99 cents. It costs nothing. And then share the book out so that people can see it too. I think we can get to number 1, and this is pretty wild because this book's been out for a few years, and I'm loving to see how crazy this is going for the past few days. So Amazon's algorithm, it does do the last trailing couple of days. So if we have a big day today, this is going to get there. So thanks so much for supporting, guys. In the description below, go grab this and tell your friends about our books. This is The Difference in Science Fiction, and I thank you for reading so much. You guys are amazing. It's also available on audiobook if you prefer to read that way. Thanks so much. So yes, Mary Morgan delivered a devastating critique of modern romantasy genre. She exposed that was once legitimate romantic fantasy has transformed into explicit pornographic content that's rewiring women's brains and destroying their ability to form healthy relationships. Her analysis reveals the publishing industry that has abandoned literary merit in favor of increasingly degenerate sexual content marketed towards vulnerable readers. And this is what she says. Pornography, as we know it, is pretty much common knowledge that it's designed to rot people's brains, render them incapable of meaningful human connections. Yeah, that's right. And so they target women through this stuff, and they call it, quote, spicy romance novels and the like. And a big egregious example of this is Sarah J. Maas, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Now, I actually did attempt to read this one because this was getting so popular back in the day. Oh my gosh, guys, this was horrific to read. I could not get through it. I can't believe people read this slop, and it's one of the most popular books out there. This is outselling everything because it's porn, and what it comes down to is this woman gets taken, and it's very graphic, it's very descriptive, and they act like it's like the way that they do the covers and position them. They don't put this one in the YA section, but it might as well be YA. So they're trying to get that going on. And the interesting part about YA young adult section is that mostly middle-aged women do read those as well. So it acts like a Beauty and the Beast retelling sort of thing, but it is graphic sexual encounters between the protagonists and multiple supernatural beings. So this is really weird. And it is detailed, like I said. So Mary Morgan talks about this even further in her video. They did this on Pop Culture Crisis here. Women are the real gooners. Pretty funny right here. And yes, this is a great example with the nose ring and everything of what a lot of these people are. And she said it leads to relationships and sexual dysfunctions just like video porn. And it creates fully unrealistic expectations about what a relationship is supposed to look like. And it's interesting. She also points out the hypocrisy of the mainstream media, just how they, of course, talk about men and watching their video porn is a bad thing, which it is, and it should be something that's condemned all the way around. They rightfully do that, but they give this a pass, and they talk about it like it's empowerment, like women are doing better because of this kind of thing. And it gets crazier. So they brought up this book right here. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know this existed until their video. Now you have to know it's existing. There's whole genres of this, guys, on Amazon. So this is like the normie, like the gateway drug to get you in. And then there's all this stuff here. Morning Glory Milking Farm, a monster bait romance. So I'm going to guess go to Amazon real quick with this, and you see 18,000 reviews. So yeah, number one bestseller in fantasy erotica. So this is what's really selling across the board. 18,000 reviews. So Justified, so you know just how many reviews there are. I've sold about 10,000 copies of Justified. Okay, so to get that, I get 200 reviews, right? So it's about 2%, right? So if you got 18,000 reviews, oh my gosh, wow, how many is that going to be? Times like, okay, I'm doing the math for you guys here. This is sold like 900,000 copies, okay? 900,000 women have gone to Morning Glory Milking Farm. Oh my gosh. Violet is a down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, drowning in debt, cat lady, wine aunt, moving out of her parents' base. She's got full-time hours and generous pay with no experience needed. There's one catch. The clientele is grade A certified prime beef with the manly, meaty endowments to match. Hands-on work with minotaurs isn't ever something she considered a career option. Ugh, gross. And so she gets requested for his sessions at the farms. Maintaining her professionalism, keeping him out of her dreams is easier said than done. So this is like bestiality furry porn right here, guys. This is how crazy this is. Number one bestseller right here. Wow. And so, yeah, this is a whole genre on Amazon. And you can see the other one looks like the Sarah Moss thing right there. Gross Vacation Rules, where she's a MMF, that's man, female right there. This is what the publishing industry is pushing on everybody, and women mostly, because this is where it's at. Oh yeah, when he touched us both. Oh, gross. This is just gross. But this is what women are doing. This is what they're reading. Like I said, 900,000 probably sales of that one right there. This is how sick that the publishing industry is. And Mary Morgan's 100% right about what she's saying about this right here. So she says it's to try to pull unsuspecting women into addiction that will lead to depression, sexual dysfunction, and loneliness is actually the work of Satan. And that's 100% what's going on here. So this was a great video. Degenerate Book Talk Romance Novels are rotting women's brains over on Pop Culture Crisis, a great channel, guys. And I'm glad that they went out there and were brave enough to talk about this crazy thing that's super popular. Like I said, it's hard to talk about this stuff because these are very popular topics, especially you get into it if you've ever been to Book Talk, guys. By the way, I just started a TikTok over there to combat this stuff. But there's a whole, like, TikTok's got this whole thing called Book Talk, right? And so I just talk about different things in science fiction. But if you go through, it's all these books. That's all they're covering over and over and over again on Book Talk. And it's pretty wild how these women are just, like, obsessive over it. And that's exactly what's happening. So we're here to call it out as well. Romantasy, never once, guys. Let's get real science fiction back. Let's promote real science fiction and fantasy. Grab Justified, Saga the Nano Templar in the description below. Leave a comment with what you think about this, guys. Thanks for being here. And hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.